Hi everybody, and welcome back to TriMaga 2024. Make sure you like this video down below and subscribe to the channel if you are new. So, RFK Jr. today made his announcement. RFK Jr. yesterday made his announcement for who his running mate is going to be, and it is now what a lot of people originally expected. Now we kind of had the report for weeks that he was going to select this individual, Nicole Shanahan, to be his running mate, who is a far left, so-called self-described progressive attorney. That was going to be his running mate. Now, we did hear reports for a long time. It could be somebody like a Tulsi Gabbard, even though it seems like she's lining up behind Donald Trump. When we heard, it's going to be Aaron Rodgers, the quarterback for the New York for the New York Jets, because RFK Jr. is one right wing position similar to Rodgers. He is somewhat skeptical, and a lot of people expected him to kind of lean into that, and that's why he would go out there and pick him, and he was not on the short list. But apparently, now he has selected Nicole Shanahan, who is a very far left, a little bit easy on the eyes. But the positive stop there is she is somebody who has a track record of supporting very far left positions. There's alleged affairs between her and Elon Musk, and she is from San Francisco. Which is why he made the announcement in Auckland for it, and she's somebody who talks about, oh well, we got to rectify racial inequality, and all these far left talk about talking points very much so. An environmentalist supports weak on crime policies. You name it. She is nowhere near the right wing, and while it is true that I don't think a lot of people, a whole lot of people care about RK Jr.'s running mates. Many people will never know who, who she is. The people that are on the fence between, let's say, Trump and RFK Jr. RFK Jr. They're the ones that are paying attention to this kind of stuff, and if they're actually on the fence. And when you look at RFK Jr. and his policies, there are very much left wing. You're not going to have a lot of conservatives back this ticket, because you have somebody who is very much a liberal, and RFK Jr. Even though he's not, even though he's pretending to be more moderate, and then he selects somebody from the far left to be his running mate. I mean, when you look at this, just go through policy by policy. You look at the economy policies. You go through every single policy. The environmental policies. He supports banning fracking. He tweeted that just a few months ago. This isn't sorry. This isn't a few years ago. He supported reparations and the past. So he's gone on record expressing plenty of far left political positions. This is not a guy. This guy is not going to be. Is not going to really impact Trump uh, in a negative way. He's not. He's not. And then you go out there and he's playing video at his announcement. He's talking about how there's this institution racism because food. He's one of the most people saying food is racist. Whenever this is, and this is not a campaign. That is going to take more votes away from Donald Trump than it is take away from Biden. RFK Jr. was leaning on trying to moderate and his record opposing like lockdown because that's like his only remotely right wing position. Is that he's a liberal who is a skeptical of the jab. That's pretty much it. Even though he's gone on record claiming that he is not against the jab, he's flip flopped all around the place. He just opposes mandates. Okay, this is 2024. The people that have gotten in it have already gotten it. The people who have gotten it are never going to are never going to get it. I'm proud to be in the latter category myself. But still, this notion that you're going to run a campaign on that steal voters away for Donald Trump is not exactly how it works. And even though there are conservatives, I'm included in that category that believe that Trump should not have shielded the jab as much as he did. Like he still opposed mandates, which would basically be the same position that RFK Jr. would have, and RFK Jr. doesn't, and RFK Jr. doesn't even have a chance. And there's so many other important issues that most Americans care about more, like immigration, like the economy. And RFK Jr. is somebody who is left wing, and at least on the economic position, he hasn't really in terms of the border. He's saying it's a humanitarian crisis more so than it is a problem for our country. We need to get these people out of here. He's trying to spin it in a more liberal way. Whatever. Either way, you look at it. RFK Jr. is not somebody who is your friend. And I think a lot of people know it already. But if he's going to running this campaign and an attempt to appeal to the left, he's going to take votes away from this historically unpopular Joe Biden. It's funny we keep hearing about the Biden. Sure, he's surging, except his approval rating is lower than it was at the start of the month, and the polls still show Trump up by 2 points, which is basically what they show up at the show Trump up at the beginning of the month. There's no surge. There's no state of the union bump. Some state polls have been released that look slightly better for Biden, but Trump is still leading at the aggregate in every single swing state. At some of the polling leads, like the 7 point Trump lead out Nevada, it was it was a it was never really that sustainable. But still, Biden is seeing a surge because he trails by 3 points, and his state Republicans haven't won since 2004. Wow, like seriously, no. But when you look at the three-way race, you could see this here. Donald Trump leads by over 5 points when RFK Jr. is included, and he's not hitting the threshold to make the debate. So he'll be sure, and he'll be there in the race, but he's not going to be on the debate stage. He's polling below 15%. Donald Trump leads by 5.4 in the five-way race. There's more polls for some reason. Trump's lead is cut down, but he still leads by 2 to 3 percentage points. He leads by more than he does a two-way race. You had three candidates on the ticket. Who are going to he's going to be taking more votes away from Biden, and then they're going to be taking away from Donald Trump. And when you talk about the importance of the third party candidates, the last election where we saw let's even just say 5% or a little bit more than that. Go third party, it was 2016. But was Trump able to win Michigan? Michigan, with 47% of the vote. Biden's got issues in Michigan if he gets 47%. Going to lose because Trump's already polling above his 2016 percentage point, and the polls, Trump was going out there winning Pennsylvania with 48%, Georgia was just over 50%, Arizona with 48.1%. He actually expanded his percentage margin in 2020. And in a lot of these states where you had less third party candidates, but now because you had added RFK Jr., who's likely going to be on the ballot. He claims he has enough signatures in Arizona, Georgia, Michigan, you name it. God damn it! God damn it! Sorry, everyone. Sorry. And sorry, guys. And then top of that, you add Jill Stein. He's going to cater the pro-Palestine crowd. You talk about Cornel West, who possibly could peel off some like black Bernie Bros and and places like Milwaukee, for example, places like Madison, Wisconsin. These people probably will eat into Biden's margin among these very far left voter who who otherwise you would just be straight ticket them. That's going to help. That's going to help out Donald Trump when it's all said and done across the board. This is something that gives Trump a leg up. And now that RFK Jr. had picked somebody to be his running mate, who is very very much a self-described um, progressive. There's no reason that any conservative could vote for Donald Trump for RFK Jr. Like any terminally online DeSantis or bus people that were I'm going to be voting for RFK Jr. They're delusional and they're not representative of the average voter. But even then you have people for example like Steve Daines who were on the fence between Trump and Trump or RFK Jr. They're coming out and saying, yeah, they're going to stick with Trump because RFK Jr. selected somebody as his running mate that is extremely far left. And you talk about voters on the fence. Those are what matter, and those are also the people who may be pay the most attention. And when they see something like this, it's like, yeah, maybe they're not going to be as likely to cast the ballot. Maybe more people are going to come home for Donald Trump. Either way, I don't think RFK Jr. at the end of the day is going to get like close to 10% of the popular vote. He might get he might get what Gary Johnson got, for example. He'll get like 3 to 4%, but still that's crucial. It's like in a state like Arizona, when Trump, even if he wanted to say his ceilings low, his floor, if he gets 49% in Arizona, 49% in Georgia, those states flip. Nevada likely flips if he gets 48%. There, there's Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, Michigan. You're running the table. Minnesota's in play, and that point, Virginia typically doesn't vote third party that often, but still, Virginia would enter the field of play. Uh, it would be closer to the 2016 margin, possibly lower than that. Then the 2020 race, for example, when Biden took the state by double digits. When you look at the big picture, this helps out a lot, and when it comes down to even states like New York, where the Kennedy name runs strong. Trump, I don't believe. I don't believe Trump will win New York, but could he keep that margin surprisingly low? Especially as Biden is not very popular there. Their governor is not very popular there. Yeah, I think that Biden could not get and the the low to mid 50s in New York. I don't think Trump would win win the state. He probably lose it by 10 points, but still, you talk about the down ballot effects. They possibly play out in a very very positive manner, and people that vote their party at the end at the top of the ticket down ballot. Their options are a little more open, and as well you look at it and it's like, yeah, it's good. This is good news for Donald Trump. Altogether, RFK Jr. Nobody who's even remotely right wing should be voting for this clown, uh, who is just propped up because his last name is Kennedy, and that's really all there's to it. There's this weird obsession that a lot of Americans have you have with you. Reagan, for example, despite the fact he hasn't been president for nearly 40 years. That's mainly a phenomenon on the right wing, but also Kennedy, he's seen as a hero, but both the right and the left, for some reason, a lot of that is revisionist uh, history for one reason or another. But that's beside the point. When you look at it, JFK, one of the more overrated presidents of our lifetime that we know RFK Jr. He is a liberal. He's not a conservative. He's not a moderate. He's somebody he's somebody the jab that's what he believes, and that's not sufficient enough. We are voting for Donald Trump. We are voting for somebody with a proven record, uh, who who can go out there, revitalize the American dream, save our economy, secure our border, you name it. That's what we're going to do this fall. We got to defeat Joe Biden. We don't have time for this guy. As for the disaffected Biden voters, who would never stomach Trump, he might peel some of them off, but that's his presence and the race. He is going to help Trump at the way we see at the everyday point in every state. And nationally, it proves it. So, anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Um, thanks for watching this video. Like this video down below. And subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell for notifications so you never miss another video. As always, guys, thanks for watching. TryMaga 2024 out.